Because multiple questions continue to linger following the death of over 40 innocent lives in the Karur Stampede. And today, we may be a step closer to finding answers. Ahead of the crucial Tamil Nadu elections, the Karur Stampede has turned an inflection point in the state. And today, the Supreme Court order has once again put the focus on Karur. The court has ordered a CBI probe into the tragedy, as they say that a fair and impartial probe is the need of the hour. The court has formed a 3-member supervisory panel, and retired Supreme Court Judge Ajay Rastogi will head this panel. The CBI has been directed to submit monthly progress reports as well. Now remember, this comes after the TVK and the BJP demanded a CBI probe to ensure that those responsible for the tragedy are brought to book and to ensure an impartial investigation. While Vijay said that justice will prevail, the BJP today is asking why the DMK is opposing a CBI probe and says that this order is like a slap on DMK's face. The DMK, on the other hand, says that this is not a clean sheet to Vijay or TVK, but Vijay has now fallen into BJP's trap.
Tamil Nadu Bharatiya Janata Party, right from the day of Stampede in Karur, which unfortunately took away the lives of 41 people, we have been consistently asking for a CBI probe. When the current Chief Minister was our opposition leader, so he wanted CBI inquiry multiple times. It only shows the double standards of DMK government and Chief Minister Stalin Ji.
We welcome the Supreme Court judgment today on the Karur issue. It is a slap on the face of the DMK. Today, the Supreme Court has slapped this DMK government. At least now, the DMK, the Chief Minister, should realize their mistake. This is definitely a setback for DMK.
They say it's a setback to DMK. How is it a setback to DMK? The Supreme Court has not given a clean sheet to TVK or Mr. Vijay that they were not responsible for the stampede. They have merely transferred the investigation. The truth will come out. And we all know how CBI operates. TVK and Vijay have straight away gone and fallen on the lap of the BJP. And the BJP will milk it on the eve of the elections, 2026 election.
स्वागत योग्य और उन्होंने रिटायर्ड हाई कोर्ट के जज की नेतृत्व में गठित भी किया है और प्रदेश सरकार जो डीएमके की सरकार है, हमारे सहयोगी की सरकार है, उसने कहा था कि जितना इन्होंने परमिशन ली थी उससे कई गुना ज्यादा लिया और उसके बाद बैठ के आप इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि और भीड़ आए तो पूरी तरह दोषी हैं.
Let's now give you an insight into what was the reasoning behind the Supreme Court's decision to send the investigation to India's apex investigation body, the CBI. Now, first observation that the court made was that for a fair and impartial probe, the case must be transferred to CBI. They've also added that it can't be any doubt that a fair investigation is the right of a citizen. The third is that there are political undertones to this case. The fourth is that comments made by the investigating police officers may create doubts on impartiality. The debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining us now is Shrikant Karunesh, TN BJP spokesperson. We also have Kovai Satyan, AIDMK's national spokesperson. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, is with us. We also have with us A. Saravanan, spokesperson of the DMK, and Tehseen Poonawala is a political analyst joining us. A. Saravanan, I'm going to come to you first because you say this is not a setback to the DMK. Let me quote you specifically what the court has said as far as the police are concerned, because they have very clearly said that the investigation officers speaking out, I'm just quoting what specifically they've noted, without having regard to the gravity of the incident, comments which have been made before the media by the top officers of the police department may create doubts in the minds of citizenry on impartiality and a fair investigation. And therefore, they have transferred it to the CBI to ensure an impartial, independent and unbiased probe. What do you say to that?
Yeah. See, if you look at the judgment, they have just gone ahead with, on the basis of merely the allegations made in the petition. The final judgment is yet to come. This is just an interim order. And if you look at paragraph 27, they clearly say that they go by the allegations that is made in the petition. I think granting the main
So
prayer
are you
in
saying,
an interim prayer based merely
are you
on
saying the
the
final order will take the probe back from the CBI?
Yeah.
Are they going to scrap the panel that they've set up? They have
I
ordered a
don't know.
CBI probe, sir.
We'll have to wait for that, Madhav. Before that, yeah. See, they may want it. See, and there are two things. One is, it doesn't matter who investigates. Again, I reiterate that the Supreme Court has not given a clean sheet to Mr. Vijay or to anybody else, and they've straight away fallen into the lap of the BJP. I'll tell you this. Why? Because today Mr. Vijay says, Needi Velum, that justice will triumph. What a farce. What a farce. Because just exactly 1 month back, you know what he said? Oh, how can you give it to CBI? You are in cahoots with the BJP and the RSS. You don't want the truth to come out. If it goes to the CBI for 6 years, nothing will happen. How can you transfer this Ajit Kumar's case to CBI? This seems to be the stand of Mr. Vijay. And today...
No, I will put that question. I'll put that question across to BJP. But Sarvan, you've not answered my question. They have specifically said comments made to the media by top officers of police department may create doubts in the minds of citizenry on impartiality and fair investigation. They're raising questions on your own state government's police officers and their own press conferences, which they say creates doubts on impartiality. So the impartiality of the police is directly being questioned by Supreme Court here.
I'll answer that. See, on Sunday, the next day, the Saturday the incident happened on Sunday, there were so much of conspiracy theories promoted, of course, by TVK. That people were stabbed, so many rowdies came in, people were strangulated and all that. They created a very sensitive situation. They created communal tension to clear the air. There were allegations that there were not adequate police force. All this was created in the social media.
No.
And the chief
Where was
minister
the communal tension?
Just a moment. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak, sir. Allow me to speak. Yeah. Let me complete. So the chief minister issued a warning that whoever are spreading rumors, strict action will follow, and few people were arrested.
No, that is the whole point. That is the whole point, sir.
What had happened?
That is the whole point. You should have taken action on Vijay when if you believe that Vijay was so wrong. When you had the opportunity, you could have taken legal action. But let me bring in the BJP. Why were police officers then suspended, sir?
Legal action? No, just a moment. What?
Why was action taken on police officials?
I didn't get you.
Why were the police suspended, he's asking.
Why were the police officers suspended?
Because there was no evidence. The investigation is going on.
This is amazing.
Which police officer was suspended?
Mr. Sarvanan, this is the most amazing explanation I've ever heard. That we suspended the police officers because there was no explanation. Audit. Anand Ragnathan is holding his head. Anand Ragnathan, your response to this statement of the DMK?
No, this is absolutely shocking, but let me just go by facts out here. First of all, I'm flabbergasted. My good friend, the previous panelist, is directly insinuating, and I'm quoting his words. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The Supreme Court judges have fallen into the lap of the BJP. Now, Madhav, I ask you, is that not contempt of court?
Not the Supreme Court. Hello, I did not say Supreme Court. I said TVK.
Who has fallen into the lap of the
BJP? Not the Supreme Court.
Who has fallen?
Hello, TVK.
Next point.
TVK. Vijay and TVK. Please understand. It's very funny. What you're talking is very funny.
Okay, Dr. Ragnathan, continue.
Now, look, it was very clear he was talking about the judgment. And he very clearly said, look, the next sentence was fallen into the lap of the BJP. So I correct if I'm wrong, but the insinuation was that this judgment that obviously implicates the state government. And I did not interrupt you. Please allow me. Please have the courtesy. I heard you for 3 minutes, please. Now, 2 points out here.
When you make false accusations, I have to.
Okay, you've clarified. Let's please move on, please. Let's not do this. There are others who have not yet spoken. Dr. Ragnathan, let's move on. He's clarified. You made an observation. He's clarified. Let's move on, please. Yeah.
You've clarified. I've accepted it. And can we move on, please? Thank you. Let me quote the judgment verbatim to avoid all confusion. Quote, in view of transferring the investigation to the CBI, the direction of appointment of SIT or one-man inquiry commission shall remain suspended. So the one-man inquiry commission that was constituted by the state has been suspended. So this canard that has been going on since the evening, that is fake news. Number two, the state of Tamil Nadu is directed to extend full cooperation to the officers of the CBI in the investigation as directed and if necessary shall provide requisite logical support to them, unquote. Now this is very important, mother, please bear with me. In the facts of the case and the prayer as made, in order to allay the concerns of all parties, quote, in the pursuit of independence and impartiality of the investigation, we propose to set up a 3-member supervisory committee, the committee headed by a former judge of this court. We have requested Honorable Mr. Justice Ajay Rastogi, retired, who has agreed to head the said committee. Now I ask you, unquote, I ask you, if the Supreme Court was satisfied with the one-man inquiry committee set up by the DMK government, why would it set up a 3-member committee? Number two, why would the Supreme Court say that there is lending of partiality by the comments that are made by the state police? These are two questions I want the DMK representative to answer, please, Madhav.
All right, respond to that. Sarwan.
Yeah, see, that's what he is not able to understand. This special investigation team or the Supreme Court judge will only monitor the criminal investigation. The one-man commission is for the fact-finding mission under the Commission of Inquiries Act. Both are different. And the Supreme Court has also stated that suspended, that is another matter. We will agitate that before the Supreme Court. And again, I'm putting it on record that it is the bounden duty of the officers when there is scandal and rumors that are going around the world.
If they have suspended the SIT, it is completely infructuous now. That decision is infructuous because the Supreme Court has set that aside. There is no SIT now.
See, that's what the SIT, Mother, who constituted the SIT? The SIT was constituted by the Madras High Court. We did not want an SIT.
Which is also questioned. Which is also questioned now.
You are not able to understand.
No. One second. Mr. Saravanan, it is very clear. One second. Calm down. Let me be very clear. Is it not a fact that your party argued against, or your state government, I stand corrected, argued against a CBI probe? Yes or no? And isn't it a setback to that extent?
Absolutely.
So then admit it's a setback.
No, why? Why it should be a setback? I'll tell you why. Because
if you ask for something and the exact opposite happens, then that is a setback.
CBI? Because allow me to answer. Because it's not always yes or no. Allow me to answer. Because when you're seeking a CBI
go on.
it is against the state's rights. It is a subject on the state list. Law and order is a subject on the state list. When we don't want to surrender the rights of the state. That is the reason why we always oppose the CBI probe.
Okay. Let me bring in the DMK now. Just a second. The other panelists who have not yet spoken, gentlemen, please allow me to bring in the others, please. Kovai Satyan, this is not a setback. We are allowed to argue our matter. And in this particular case, we are going to abide by whatever the court says. But he says this is not a setback to the DMK. Do you agree with him?
What else can they say when they are being slapped so tightly by the Supreme Court? See, there are two things in which we have to welcome this verdict. The number one is finally the 41 precious lives lost, their families will definitely get justice, which was failed by this incompetent DMK government. The number two, this also fails the malicious intent and attempt of DMK to gain a backdoor entry to arm twist Vijay by imposing a criminal case. The entire stampede, which was narrated as an accident by the entire DMK and ecosystem, suddenly the case turns into a criminal case. So the intent of DMK is to gain a backdoor entry so that they can arm twist Vijay for their political favors and fortunes, which was slapped now. So now they can say this is not a setback. They have to hang their head in shame. Why? Because the one women commission got suspended. Not because it is referred to CBI. I'll give you one example. Tuticorin firing happened during our AIDMK. A GO was released on a one-woman commission, the same Arna Jagatishan, and the GO followed by the terms of references. When the case was referred to CBI, CBI never suspended that one-woman commission because the terms of reference had so much of clarity for the commission. It gave the legal weightage to it. Both CBI inquiry and the one-woman commission ran parallelly, but in this case, I could see only a GO of this one-woman commission, but there were no terms of references in it. And what basis this one-woman commission will deliver justice and what inquiry they will hold is the biggest question. So it's a slap on their face. Whatever actions DMK had taken has not installed confidence in the people's mind or not confidence in the victim's mind. It's clear and evident there is no transparency.
Correct.
It is the entire bureaucrats who came in front of the media, released videos and did a media trial, blaming TVK. Look at the apathy. It is not the government, it is not the DMK. It is the bureaucrats and the police force who came in front of the media and started blaming TVK.
Correct. And if indeed there was such a case to be made as far as TVK and Vijay is concerned, why was there no action proceeded against Mr. Vijay? Is a question that is still, eluding many in terms of an answer. All right, before I go across to Tehseen, Dr. Nathan wants to come very quickly, please.
Yeah, very quickly. I didn't want to, sorry, Tehseen, I won't take your time, but I just want to say something very clearly. I welcome the Supreme Court judgment for one reason and one reason only, that it is also going to be supervising the CBI investigation, and I'll tell you why. Because what the AIA-DMK spokesperson has said, that the DMK was actually using this as a turn to actually, make it a criminal case to twist the arms of Vijay. Can I ask him then? Why was FIR not slapped on Vijay? You just don't know which party is in cahoots with which party out here. Please answer this question. Why was FIR not slapped?
That there was no suspicion on those lines till such time the senior leader Durai Murugan came out in open when asked a question why the FIR didn't have the Vijay's name. He said, we will include his name when necessary, when there is a need that arises. That's intent is what matters.
Sarwan, that's a question for Sarwan. I'm coming to you, Tehseen, right after this. Sarwan, would you like to respond to that?
It opens the...
You are openly blackmailing the charge coming in from the other panelists. Let's Sarwan come in, please. That's a direct question for the DMK government, and therefore the statement of Mr. Durai Murugan raises the suspicion of whether this was DMK positioning itself to arm twist the TVK and therefore Vijay. Please respond to the direct charge.
No. Because the charge is made by two persons who does not have an iota of how criminal procedure works. Criminal law works, how the police investigate. When an FIR is not an encyclopedia, not necessary that everything should be there on the FIR. FIR is there. And the TVK's office bearers who gave the permission, who were there on the ground, were added as an accused initially. Then the investigation will reveal who is responsible.
How many days, how many weeks since the FIR was filed?
10 days, yes.
No, one second. May I ask you, how many weeks since the FIR was filed now?
10 days. 10 days.
Only 10 days?
Yeah.
Only 10 days?
10 days.
And you could see press conference of official putting out videos raising question of Mr. Vijay and his own role, that he did not stop, that there was all crowded. And let me put that question to Tehseen also. Tehseen, does it take so long after officials have come out, the additional chief secretary, etc., the various top cops in the state, all come out and hold press conferences raising questions about how TVK was being irresponsible, how Mr. Vijay was being irresponsible, but yet his name is not in the FIR. So when Kohai Satyan asks, is this a tool of blackmail? Is that a fair question or not?
Thank you so much for having me on the show. No, it's not a fair question, and I'll explain why. And let me explain each of these positions with absolute respect to everybody, including the courts. As a layman who understands the law, but a layman, and matters that go to court, I want to understand how many Supreme Court inquiries have been there, or Honorable High Court inquiries have been there. For example, in the Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine Stampede, or in the Indore Madhya Pradesh Stampede, or even in the Hathras of Prayagraj Stampede, where I've come with you, or in the Morbi Stampede, where the Honorable High Court had to suo motu take it up. But then, how many people have been arrested out there? Who's been put behind bars? In all these stampedes which happen in BJP ruled states, how come the references seem to suddenly, with the union government, have no CBI inquiry?
So what is the problem with the Supreme Court?
I'm coming to each of these. So what happens in the CBI cases? Two people who say we've not filed a petition go to the CBI. Now again, I'm very surprised how this go to the Supreme Court. But I beg your pardon. How does this happen that today also in another case, I'm just 10 seconds diverting, another petition's filed for this vote chori? People are not connected to Congress file. People are not connected to DMK or opposition file. Their names are not in these orders come in. I'm very surprised. I mean, I would respect with folded hands. How people filing petitions with their names in the most honorable apex court of this country? This is very, very worrying. This is actually worrying. Now let's come to the third issue. Let's come to the third. Allow me to cover each issue.
You are raising questions on court. Please allow me to clarify here. Are you today saying or raising questions that Supreme Court does not look at the locus standi of petitioners? Because if you are, I certainly am not going to endorse that.
You should not endorse it. Neither do I.
I would not want us to be in contempt of court.
No, Anand, I will not have you talking between. I respect you.
You
must give me the respect.
End of the day, no, certainly. I'm just saying, because this is a legal matter and a very sensitive one. Let's not second guess our courts on. You've referred to 3 or 4 important judgments.
Let me repeat the point because I had other points to make. Will repeat it. The lawyer representing the Tamil Nadu government, who happens to be a Rajya Sabha MP of the DMK, has come out and said that the 2 petitioners in this have very clearly said on affidavit this is not a petition.
Madhav, I'll answer that.
Now,
it's not a petition.
Please, you do answer it, please. So then how are these petitions coming in? And suddenly, now, let's look at what the Honorable Supreme Court did in Maharashtra in Sushant's case, Sushant Singh Rajput's case, where Maharashtra police have beautifully investigated. Bihar police comes in for a suicide murder in Maharashtra. Bihar police claims locus. Supreme Court says, okay, you don't fight. Let there be a CBI inquiry. CBI inquiry is exactly what Maharashtra police said. Exactly. What happens to the federal rights of Maharashtra? Let me today ask, with folded hands before judges, with folded hands, I bow before your majesty. Who's responsible for the independence of my Maharashtra police going away? Exactly what the Maharashtra police said it happened. Now, let me come to the next
court has every right to order CBI.
Of course they have. But where does this go?
Where are we taking this debate to?
No, 1 second.
I want the BJP to respond.
I've not even finished my point. I'm going
to very important points. Allow the BJP to come in, and this is
and it always happens in states which are opposition. Somebody comes and files a petition.
Let him answer that. I'm allowing your question. Mr. Shrikant Karunesh is spokesperson of Tamil Nadu BJP. Mr. Shrikant Karunesh, is this a mere coincidence that this is only happening in those states where the opposition is ruling? Your response.
No, first of all, I should make one thing very clear, because even to Poonawalaji I have to tell, because unlike Tamil Nadu, in BJP ruled states, the investigation was very transparent and very open. So there was no doubt in the minds of the people. Now you watch the social media, prime time media is controlled. Only one channel was trying to bring out the facts. That channel was removed from Tamil Nadu government cable network. And this is what happening. Whoever is talking against the government were immediately taken to prison. What kind of rule is happening here? This is not happening in any BJP ruled state. I tell you one thing, it is very, very sad and very, very sad on the part of Tamil Nadu that why a state government is against the supreme agency probing into a tragedy. This tragedy shocked the entire country. Everybody were worried, and all the public were telling there was a lapse in the police personnel, the security arrangements, the government network. Everywhere there were lapses. When that is being probed by the supreme agency, DMK government, why they are opposing a CBI inquiry? I'm telling. Whom they want to save? Whom they want to save? What they want to hide?
Sir, your same point. May I just ask you a question? With respect, and I'll take your point forward. Please Google or Chat GPT or Grok who in Hathras, who in Prayagraj, and in Morbi, except for watchmen and ticket sellers, who's got in BJP ruled states? Please tell me, sir. Behind you. Here, this government took action. Vijay and TVK flouted every norm. I'll answer why the police were first suspended. Look, if you keep interrupting me, it's not fair. I never interrupted you. I understand you're in alliance with the BJP. Don't do that. Let's have a civil debate.
One by one. Let me come in now. Okay, quickly conclude your point. 20 seconds, but conclude in 20.
You asked the DMK why were those police officers suspended. They were suspended and removed because the police officers should have been more forceful with Vijay and TVK that when the permission was for 10,000, he not only came 7 hours late, he changed the route, he went on wrong route, so therefore there was action taken. This shows application of law, not discharge of law. Show me even a constable suspended anywhere else. This shows how well MK Stalin handled the crisis in DMK. The heart broke that 41 people lost their lives in Tamil Nadu. All of our hearts broke. But tell me, was the same empathy showed by any other chief minister in a BJP-ruled states? I'm asking this question.
Okay. This is just a specific question for the BJP. Mr. Karunesh, quick response, please.
What is he trying to establish? We are discussing about the Karur tragedy, Karur Stampede. Here, the IAS officer is using the DMK ITVing video and he is blaming the TVK and Vijay for everything. Police officer using ITVing of DMK party and discussing it, giving a press meet. And why
But
Government is trying to hide something. That is everybody.
No, but Mr. Karunesh, I must ask you this question. And there are two questions which I think are very pertinent in light of what we've just discussed. Point number one, just as you are accusing, or the AIDMK is accusing the DMK of trying to arm twist Vijay's party, the TVK, now there may be a similar political allegation that the BJP may face, because opposition anyway says that central agencies are misused, point number one. And point number two, your own party's leader, Mr. Annamalai, has constantly said that Vijay is innocent. You have given him a clean sheet even before the investigation has ended. Please answer these two questions.
No. He didn't. He very categorically he said we are not supporting TVK. We wanted to bring out the problems of DMK. Whatever they are hiding, no, we want to bring that out. That is what our Annamalai said. And we never stood for TVK, and we spoke for that. We were trying to.
I'm reading the exact quote of Mr. Annamalai. I still don't agree to the fact that actor Vijay can be made accused number one. It cannot happen. The organization should be punished. Yeah. Clearly, he's supporting Mr. Vijay.
Yeah. But the thing is, no. When we are trying to expose the DMK, obviously the support is for TVK. In fact, one of our office bearers, they filed a case.
No, but this is a clear contradiction. All right, Dr. Ranganathan wants to comment on this. Dr. Ranganathan.
Yeah, with due respect, there are 6 people tonight, and 4 of them belong to parties directly. So please, can we have the common man have the word as well?
I am a common man.
I am very much a common man, not associated with any political party. And
That's what I said.
Excluding me, there are 5. Yeah.
Just you and me are on the...
And I'm not common. Professor, not good.
But you are man of privilege. You got... No, but listen. 2 things here. Madhav, what did I say 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
I said I am very happy that the Supreme Court is going to supervise this investigation, because really, truly in Tamil Nadu right now, you do not know which party is doing underhand dealings with which party and which person would be appropriated. And I gave you the example. Why Allu Arjun can be arrested for a stampede where 3 people are killed, and out here 50 people are killed, and there is no FIR on Vijay. What explains it? And number 2, of course, Tehseen has a lot of degrees, but he has a degree in hypocrisy and whataboutery as well. If I were to judge in whataboutery,
let's leave it there.
I would like to ask him. There was a stampede that happened in Karnataka, which was Congress ruled. Not just 50 people died, hundreds perished. Can you please tell me what action has been taken? Why there was no SIT? Why the Supreme Court didn't step in? And
Particularly on Netas?
On this channel I came, the commissioner was removed, the top officers were removed, the chief minister, I came on this channel and said it.
And what did the court say? And what did the court say? The court actually restored several of those officials who were removed.
Yes.
Not one single Neta has taken responsibility there. Vijay is a Neta. You want to hold him accountable? Charity begins at home in Karnataka as well. Yes. We'll leave it there. The point ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, is this: that Vijay is an extremely popular actor. Some may say the most popular actor in Tamil Nadu. No political party wants to anger his fans because they feel that could backfire in the coming elections. At the same time, they want to keep the door open for negotiations, which is why you're seeing this musical chairs happening in terms of various kinds of investigations and all sorts of statements coming in from different political parties. Let's leave it there for the moment. Srikanth Karunesh, Kovai Satyan, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, A. Saravanan and Tehseen Poonawala, thanks so much for joining us this evening.